the right time and saving those medic marines. Now Jaedong is in trouble. He's just now putting down a creep colony, going to evolve it into a sunken. The sun is ready, but I think Hwasin is actually going to move in right now. A second sunken being put down. Jaedong has very few forces here. Now getting straight of his drones attacked. Now just his first sunken just now evolving, and those zerglings being just put out of commission. One of his creep colonies not going to die. We're going to see that second hatchery now moving in with all of his zerglings, trying to do as much as they can, but those firebat heroes doing such a large amount of damage, and that second sunken dies instantly as it goes up. And Hwasin now, such a huge advantage. 4 marines still alive, all stimming. More marines now moving in, just going to take out this hatchery. I don't see anything from Jaedong. It doesn't have his mutalisks going. He needs his mutalisks right now, or even you might be thinking of just going for some marines instead. Hwasin just trying to separate. He's going to take down a hatchery first before he starts focusing on that spire, and Jaedong needs to pull out something out of his hat again to really prevent this. Moving in with even more zerglings, trying to catch those marines, doing a pretty good job. Just now 2 marines now alive. Those marines should be taken care of. Yes, those marines are in fact taken care of, but he still loses his hatchery. Those medics die, and now Hwasin with such a huge advantage has 2 bases mining. Jaedong only on 1 base, and as a zergling, I don't think I need to tell you guys how bad that is. Jaedong moving out with his zerglings, going to try to do some economic damage to Hwasin. Needs to counter this as soon as he can, because Jaedong is now such trouble. Hwasin meanwhile putting down a bunker, so I think he should be counter this. Should be able to counter this pretty well. I don't think Jaedong has enough forces. He has speed on his zerglings, but overall he's not going to be able to move past this. Just far too many forces on the ground for Hwasin. Those zerglings just trying to be moved. Jaedong just trying to do his best, although now has his mutalisks out there as well, but with the amount of forces and the economy in shambles, I don't see how he can really come back. Hwasin pressuring at exactly the right time. Jaedong doing a mistake in not putting down at least 1 sunken colony earlier. As soon as he saw those forces and he saw that it didn't have enough, he should have put down a sunken colony, should have been ready with it. Now putting down his hatchery back into his natural, I think it's far too late at this point. He's just not going to have the production, not going to have the economy. He has some mutalisks out there. He might. I think his last chance could be some sort of a dual-pronged attack, maybe moving in with those zerglings as well as those mutalisks, maybe trying to break the front, or maybe even do some economic damage. But so many turrets being put everywhere by Hwasin. Hwasin knows exactly what's coming his way. Turrets everywhere. He's definitely not going to allow beasts to do any sort of economic damage, because he knows that even if he uses all those minerals on those turrets, as long as he keeps Jaedong from doing anything, as long as he keeps Jaedong from moving in on his bases, from doing any sort of harassment, he's definitely going to win. Now going to see the first-person view of Jaedong here, and guy's in definite trouble, moving his mutalisks everywhere, trying to micro as well as he can. He's going to try to whittle down those medic marines numbers as they move into his base for the kill. He's just going to try to micro as well as he can. Nothing but a few zerglings and more mutalisks now out for him as well. So his mutalisks are pretty much the last thing he has. You're going to try to do as much damage as you can. He has, I think, 8 mutalisks in that group there. He also has a few zerglings that apparently caught there. A marine that was just running around, probably mining. Thinking of possibly putting down another building with that drone, just either drone or Hydra stand going down. So you might be thinking of upping to lurkers. You might be thinking of that as his last army. Meanwhile, now the first person view of Hwasin, he's going to put down a second engineering bay, I think. Going to go for heavy upgrades as well, and just taking down a lot of those mutalisks, microing his medic marine grouping very well. Wow, there's just such awesome early pressure now. Mutalisks now attacking a lot of those marines, but also taking a lot of damage themselves. Second engineering bay now being put down in more barracks as well. So Hwasin mining off 2 bases has such a huge advantage. He has a starport up. He's going to have a science facility up very soon, now mining his second gas. And Jaedong just slowly inching towards his death. He has pretty much lost this. His mutalisk harassment has not been successful, not managed to do anything with that huge amount of turrets. He's not going to do anything, as well as he doesn't want to. If he moves his mutas out of his base, then that's instantly going to queue in for Hwasin to come in and just finish him off, killing some marines with those mutalisks. But overall, I think this is just pretty much that's it. He's pretty much dead. Weapons 1 upgrades for those mutalisks now, and weapons upgrades for those marines as well. So now they're both going to kill each other a little bit faster. But I still think Jaedong is instantly going for that weapons so he can kill his marines faster. That's definitely going to help him with that. Just trying to kill as many of those as he can, just trying to hold Hwasin off, but Hwasin reinforcing with such a large amount. Now moving with his zerglings as well, he's going to try to kill this medic marine group, and now Hwasin apparently retreating with some marines, but now reinforcing with his own marines, and this is all going to die here. There's a overlord there in transition, also dies, so Jaedong now has to even force minerals for some Overlords now putting on a Sunken, just Jaedong desperately trying to hold on, possibly even moving out those Zerglings. Mutalisk possibly thinking of a counterattack, but that's definitely not advisable. So he's or might be even thinking of pincering from behind. He's nothing but a Sunken to defend his natural at this point. Science facility is now ready for Hwasin. He's going to have science vessels ready pretty soon. Nothing but that one Sunken there to defend. Some Mutalisks being produced, and Hwasin just waiting now, waiting for when to strike the last blow. And there's Mutalisks and Zerglings actually running around in the middle of the map. It's interesting that Hwasin is actually waiting and not pushing in. I think he should be able to go in for the killer blow now, although he's maybe thinking that Jaedong's trying to set up a trap for that Medic Marine group and definitely does not want to fall for it. Now Mutalisks moving in again, trying to take down as many of his Marines as he can. The weapons one upgrade definitely helping Jaedong in that regard, but his own Mutalisks dying so much, and some of his Mutalisks so heavily damaged. Now he's killed all those Marines, so he's definitely going to use those Zerglings to help to take those out. But now that the Science Vessel is out, those Mutalisks are going to be, that's it with that Science Vessel out there. That's going to be it. There's no Scourge. Jaedong definitely just doesn't have the resources to also get Scourge. He has 2 bases, but 2 bases for Zerglings again, 2 bases for Terran is just impossible. You can't outmine Terran as a Zerg if you're on equal bases. Jaedong needs another mining base. At this point, he needs 2 more mining bases. 1 up armor, 1 up weapons up for Hwasin now, so that 1 up weapons for those Mutalisks are now been equalized. And with that Science Vessel there, Jaedong trying to micro his Mutalisks as well as he can, just trying to kill random units. Has some Zergling running around as well. Now gonna go for Hwasin's base, but so Science Vessel irradiate going off on those Mutalisks. Jaedong with a very late split, and that doesn't matter because he GG'd as soon as that irradiate went off. He probably knew he lost that match a while ago. Hwasin, wow, holy crap, that surprised me. Jaedong definitely looking disappointed. He's in a very difficult group, and Hwasin just proved that just because he's Hwasin, you shouldn't forget about who he is. He's a very good player. So he's taken down Best, one of the best Protosses. He's taken down Jaedong, the best Zerg right now. And now he's going to have a chance to take on Flash, arguably the best Terran right now. I said arguably because I know someone will argue. So, oh boy, winner's match is going to have Flash against Hwasin, and the loser's match is going to have Firebait Hero against Jaedong, so overall we're going to have some decent matches here. Jaedong definitely not looking happy with himself. We're going to see how he manages against Firebait Hero, though, whether Firebait Hero will again embarrass him, or whether Jaedong will be he definitely has a chance for revenge. He's got to be happy about that, and if he wins that, he's going to move on to the final match. We're going to see whether Hwasin manages to impress us yet again against Flash here. I'm really looking forward to that game. So, GG guys, it's Wrenching out.